billahi min shaitanir rajim. What's your name, brother? Sorry? John.
Doesn't matter.
Alright, what's your name, John, yeah?
By the way, he's in every speaker's
Yeah, this brother John, yeah, I like this brother, yeah, it's cool, yeah. So basically, John is an atheist, right? Okay. So John's basically, I'm gonna tell John and his partner here. What's your name, brother?
Phil.
Phil, yeah. Philip.
We're not partners, by the way.
Okay. You're brethren. Yeah? You're co-D. Or
We're both
associate. You're associate.
Okay. Anyway, go on.
Okay. So now, so now the brother who's atheist, I want to ask the brother, can you see the blood that's circulating in your body? That's what I wanted to ask you. First question. Answer me this question.
Okay. Can I see it? What? Can you define what you mean by see? Do you mean visually?
No, yeah. Can you?
Right.
I'm going to ask you: is there blood in your body? Because you don't see it, does that mean that doesn't exist?
No. We
Answer
can't
me
infer that.
Yeah, go on.
I agree. We can't say something doesn't exist just because we can't see it.
Okay. For example, the wind.
agree.
For the wind, you can't see the wind, but the wind, you can't see it, but you know that it exists. The wind, the air exists, right?
Okay. Yes. Can I make a distinction though?
Okay.
Okay. The difference between the wind and blood, things like that. Theory that says the wind exists makes predictions that we can check. Okay. So the effects of the wind we can check. Yeah. The effects of blood being in the body we can check. Yeah. So although we can't see them immediately with our eyes, we can detect them with other instruments. So that's an important point that you have to understand when we talk about detection.
I would like to know too.
Okay.
Well, let's ask you a question. Where does the wind go when it's not blowing?
Okay. So basically, now we've come to the wind, yeah. Well, I'm saying the air, for example, the air. Forget the wind, the air, right? Now we can't feel the air, can we? But it exists, right? But we don't see it and we don't feel it, right? So what if I told you, yeah, God, you see, God is everywhere. What if I told you that? Just like the air. How about that? How about that?
Okay, here's the difference. If you want to say that there's something called air that exists, right?
Yeah, because you're breathing, right?
Okay, yeah, but I can only infer that I breathe because of the air, because I can do an experiment where if we take away the air, we can't breathe.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Good.
So,
now we're coming to something.
Okay, we can infer the existence of air because the existence of air makes the theory that there's air, molecules, oxygen and so on, makes predictions that we can test. We can detect the air even though we can't see it with our eyes. We can do experiments and prove that the air...
So did it come by itself? Did the air come by itself?
No, it didn't come by itself.
So it must be a creator, right? Because all scientists say nothing comes by itself. All scientists say this, right?
they don't.
Yes, they do say that.
No, they
Show
don't.
me one scientist that said something came without...
Alex Valenkin.
What did he
says
say?
that.
Is he the only one?
No, he's not the only one. Lawrence Krauss says that.
So you're telling me all scientists and scholars believe in the existence of a creator, but they don't know who he is. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Bring the evidence. Well, bring the evidence.
Okay, I will bring you evidence.
Yeah, bring the evidence.
Okay, there was a survey done in Nature, which is one of the top scientific journals in the world. Okay, they did a survey and they found that out of members of the National Academy of Sciences, only 7% of them believed in God. Only 7%.
What?
Okay.
Where's this survey? Yeah, show me the survey. Also, I wanted to ask you a question, right?
Oh, well, let's do one thing at a time.
Yeah, while
One
you're
thing at a
getting that
time.
out, talk to your friends, right? Because I like this guy. I've seen a lot of times in Speaker's Corner. But I've seen you a lot of times.
Can I ask you a question? What percentage said they were agnostic?
Well, it was those that didn't believe in God, so agnostics don't believe in God either.
No, but they believe in a higher power.
Not necessarily.
Agnostics believe in a higher power.
No, not necessarily.
And there's always these different brackets. And if you're coming from it from a scientific view, I can tell you, I study physics. I do a degree in physics. I can tell you that so many scientists, so many philosophers as well, before when people thought the Earth was the centre of the universe, even now when people know that the centre of our solar system is the sun. I can tell you now that everyone believes in the argument of causation, from scholars to scientists.
Everyone believes what?
The argument of causation. That means everything has a...
No, they don't. That's not correct.
I'm telling you from a scientific background that I like. It's not.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I've interviewed a lot of the famous cosmologists in the world: Stephen Hawking, Roger Penrose, Alex Valenkin, Alan Guth.
Okay,
I've interviewed these people, right? Yes.
He believed. He does theoretical science.
He didn't believe in God. He didn't.
He did theoretical.
I know.
He did theoretical studies, no?
Yes.
Theoretical physics.
Yes, he did. Yes.
You were arguing earlier that science produced the air and whatnot, but theoretical scientists, they don't have any experiments or whatnot to prove their thing, and yet their theories and their philosophies are still, or I don't know, globally renowned, and they're still accepted. So what's your argument about that?
He claims that all scientists believe in causation, and that's false.
Well, they will believe in
That's false.
Nothing
Sorry?
can be. You know Newton?
I am familiar with Newton, of course.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and no object in action can be stopped or slowed down without an alternative force acting.
Right.
Correct?
So yes.
So nothing can happen just for no reason. You also
No.
believe in the
If you
butterfly
think about,
effect.
if you think of, no, I'm not talking about the butterfly effect
I'm
at all.
talking about the butterfly effect.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not what I'm
Butterfly effect. One action in one part of the universe can cause a massive change in a different part of the universe. That's still a cause. It didn't happen. Although you observing it in the other side of the universe, it seems like it was spontaneous, but all the atoms, there is nothing can be, energy can't be created or destroyed. The whole
That's
universe
not true.
changes.
Real talk.
That's false.
Real talk.
If you're actually going against the statement that energy can't be created or destroyed, all of your arguments are actually false. You cannot
Really?
create or destroy energy.
Really?
Energy is interchangeable into mass. We are in ourselves energy.
Can I
believe
respond?
that there is something actually wrong with your
Can I
science.
respond? Can I respond? Okay. Energy is locally conserved. In relativity, energy cannot be globally defined. Okay, so
That's really
let me
relativistic
finish.
speech
Let me
that
finish.
we can't
When the
do.
universe
We can't
expands,
do relativistic.
when the universe
We travel
expands.
at 3 times 10 meters per second.
Sorry?
We can't travel as fast as light. That's why it breaks apart at that point. That's why, again, it's
Okay.
theoretical.
Do you say you agree it breaks apart? Conservation of energy breaks apart
When
in
we are
relativity.
you, as a mass,
Yes.
is equal to MC squared. Okay?
Yes,
E
agreed.
is proportional to mass, correct?
You don't need to tell me
You
that. I know
can't-
that.
Oh, but you don't know that energy can't be created. That's true. Okay.
No. Okay.
You as a mass cannot, it is impossible for you to travel at any speed close to the speed of light. That's why it breaks apart. That's why we as a mass cannot.
You misunderstood. You've misunderstood.
Okay, I misunderstood my whole degree, sorry.
Well, okay, well, let's talk about it. Don't walk away.
Relax,
Let's
I'm
talk
here.
about it. Did you study general relativity? Did you study general relativity?
I studied general relativity
Okay.
and special relativity.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. Conservation of energy only applies locally in general relativity. It does not. Okay.
Are you actually serious?
Yes, I am serious. Okay. Think when the universe expands, right? What happens to the frequency of the light that comes from the cosmic microwave background? What happens to it?
When the universe expands.
Yes.
The wavelengths change, but
Right, they get redshifted,
but
don't they?
another factor, I think, is either the way
They get
the speed of the
redshifted.
wave or the amplitude. One thing changes in order to make up for that.
They're
change in
two
the
are related, aren't they? Frequency and wavelength are inverse. Okay. So the energy of the light is getting redshifted. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. Where does that energy go?
The energy doesn't dissipate anyway. It's going to expand the universe as atoms expand.
No. Conservation of energy. Okay.
No,
Look,
no,
don't
no.
take it from me.
can't-
Don't take it from
I'm
me.
not taking it from you. I'm taking
Okay.
it from my own knowledge.
Take it from.
There is
Which
no way you're
textbook
telling
did
me-
you read? Which textbook did you
There
read
is
for
no way
relativity?
you are telling me that energy, you
Okay.
can create energy. Can you
Okay.
create energy?
Okay.
Energy cannot be created. or destroyed.
Not locally, but globally, yes. An
Not
expanding
globally,
universe,
not globally
yes.
at all. Because if,
Okay,
if you're
you're
talking
wrong.
about the expansion, you know
Okay.
that eventually what's happening is going to happen a relapse.
All right, let's just look it up. Okay. Energy is not conserved in general relativity. Let's look it up.
Energy has to be conserved.
You're wrong.
Any
You're wrong.
simple calculations, if you can't
You
do it,
are wrong.
then you can actually make up numbers. If energy can't be conserved, you make up
That's-
numbers and you do anything.
okay, just look it up.
Just kinetic energy, potential energy, everything
Okay.
is always conserved.
Okay, energy is not conserved. This is the guy that wrote my textbook in general relativity. Okay?
General relativity, first of
Yeah,
all,
this
is
is-
a theory by who?
Einstein.
So why is further, or listen, I don't know who your little friendship over
Sean
here.
Carroll wrote this
But
textbook.
Einstein stood by it, and other people have already qualified it. If it didn't, from the get-go, if Einstein came up and said energy's not conserved in my theory, he would have been laughed at and sent out the door.
Okay, you're just wrong. Okay, I'll read it. I'll read you what this is the guy that writes the standard textbook in cosmology.
About God.
Okay.
God exists. Nothing happens for no reason. And
Okay,
God's
okay,
Quran
okay.
as well, since
Yes,
Let's deal with one issue at a time. Let me read this
So
to
many
you.
theories in the Quran.
Okay.
But then you were there and it was visible for you to read before scientists even about, I believe, about the birth of, about sperm and about the reproductive system, about.
Okay,
the
but you're
rivers
going
that
on to
don't
another
mix.
topic now. Is that because you
I'm
don't
bringing
want
it
to
back
stand by what we said?
I'm going, but I'm trying to bring my man back into the
No, it's
conversation.
disgusting.
You're wrong, and that's
God
what-
bless you.
No,
and that's what
people
I'm
look
trying
it
to
up.
people.
Look up, just look up. Energy is not conserved in general relativity. Okay, just look it up, Google it. Okay, here is the guy that wrote a very popular textbook in general relativity. Right, he says, okay, in fact, you don't have to trust me. You can actually go on a physics forum and just ask, is energy conserved in general relativity?
MashaAllah, the sister
And the
just dealt with the guys
answer-
differently.
How did she deal with
She
me?
dealt with you differently.
How?
I'm just gonna tell you how. 1 second before the brother here, you never let the brother talk. What's your name, brother? John or Peter? Or Matthew? What's your name, brother? Oh, yeah. Man just said you look like from Saw, but no, that.
I'm in respect, by the way.
You know the Saw? You know Saw? What's that Saw? Oh, the film, the Saw. Hey, listen. Hey, bro. No. 1 second. What I'm trying to say, for example, your own body needs a controller so that all your organs and systems may function properly, right or wrong? Now, this vast universe needs a controller and a supervisor so that it may run smoothly, right or wrong? Come on, bro. Are you seriously, bro? It doesn't. So your own body needs a controller, yeah? And now you're telling me the universe don't need a controller. Okay, are we right now? Is the Earth moving? Is the Earth moving now? How fast is the Earth moving?
Over 1,000 miles an hour.
Exactly. Hear that? Say that again.
Over 1,000 miles an hour.
Right now, we're moving over 1,000 miles per hour and we don't even feel it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Because we're attracted to the Earth. Yeah.
Even when we are sleeping, we're in motion, right? Okay. So if we're in motion, because the Earth is in motion, we have.
You're reading a script.
No, I'm just saying. I'm getting you information.
What do you got on this so that we all know?
No. I've got in here. Imam Sadiq, Imam Ja'far Sadiq was debating with the atheists. You can find it on Google. Right, Imam Sadiq versus atheists. Imam Sadiq is the 7th disciple of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and is the descendant of Jesus and Abraham. But anyway, of Abraham, not Jesus.
What is it?
Okay.
What about it?
No, because he was the debating the atheists. But I'm not going to bring the whole thing on here. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to bring a couple of things. Okay. So everything is subject to change, right? It's only Allah that doesn't change. All right. Now, I want you to sincerely tell me.
When you are subject to change.
Brother, listen, I want you to sincerely tell me, when you are in trouble, who do you turn to? Sincerely tell
Myself
me.
or one of my friends or family.
No, when you are in trouble, there's no friends, there's no family, you are in trouble. When you're in the sea and the boat is sinking, you're on the plane, it's gonna fall. Who do you turn to in your heart? You've got no friends and no family to help you. Who do you turn to? Ask me this question. I want you to answer me next. But you first.
Myself.
You turn to yourself? Yeah? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
You turn to
I
yourself?
don't turn to anybody.
You don't turn to nobody?
I've got nobody else to turn to.
So you don't tell me that you think there's a higher power that will save you? You don't believe in that? So you just, so have you been in a situation where the ship is about to drown or the plane is about to fall? And who did you turn to in that point? Nobody. Are you sure?
I've just accepted that I was shortly going to die.
Okay.
But I didn't.
Okay, so you accepted that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is your, I'm not trying to say that you're a scholar or nothing, because I don't even know if you're atheist or Christian or nothing. I don't know what you are, because you haven't said what you are. And it wasn't me who said you look like the Saw, it was that guy, I don't know who he was. And do you know who's the Saw? It's that film with the guy with the red cheeks. It's because of the red cheeks, isn't it?
I don't know what it's all about.
It's Saw, I don't know what's that Saw horror film. Yeah, but I didn't mean that, yeah? I didn't say that about you, because you're my brother, yeah? I just, but I'm just saying, I love you because you're my brother in humanity. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to tell you, you're not telling me what you do. You believe there's a God? You don't believe there's a God, so you're atheist. You're
I
not.
don't know how to find out.
You want to find out.
I don't want to find out. I don't
Okay,
know how to.
how about if I told you you're half a Muslim? Half. Why? Yeah. How about if I told you that?
Well, all right.
Okay, because you say La ilaha, but all you gotta say now is illallah. So you believe there's no God? Yeah, so you're half. You've said half the shahada. You've said La ilaha. You're half. Now you just say illallah, you've become Muslim. Yeah?
I don't know how to find out.
You said there's no God, right?
Yeah, I'll take it later.
Okay, so now you're saying La ilaha, yeah?
No, I'm not saying
Yeah?
anything.
La ilaha.
I'm not saying anything. I don't know what that means anyway.
And that means there is no God.
That's what you told me that.
In Arabic, that's what it means.
You told me that.
Now,
I don't know how to find out whether there's a God or not.
you don't know how to find out.
No.
So now the presence of the air.
Present of it.
Okay, can you can't see it, but you feel it. You feel its presence, right?
Breathe it.
You breathe it, right? But you can't see it. You can't see it, right?
I only find its presence when the wind blows.
Bro, the air is a creation of Allah, right? It's a creation of God, okay?
You say.
God is everywhere, right? He's not in one place. He's everywhere.
No.
But you cannot see him or feel him, right?
See in me.
He's everywhere, like the air.
So I'm
He says he's closer to you than your jugular vein.
Right, so I'm God.
What's the tafsir of that?
Oh, it's closer than chocolate bean. Well, who do you look at? Who do you go to tafsir? No, but who do you go to your tafsir? I just want to ask you. Okay, who's your mufassirin? I just want to ask you. Okay, no problem. Oh, no problem. Okay, no problem. What if I told you I go to the Prophet Muhammad and his disciples? Who's more? Okay, no. No. Sahaba. Oh, no. Which Sahaba? No. I'm saying, who would you? Okay. Are you Hanafi or Shafi'i or Hanbali? No. Akhi, there's 4 schools of thought. Akhi, ya Habibi. There's 4 schools of thought. Maliki, Hanbali, Shafi'i. Which one are you?
Are you even Sunni?
I'm just Muslim, Akhi. I'm just Muslim. But what I'm trying to say, no, I know what you're trying to say, brother. I know you're trying, but I'll come back to you. What's your name, brother? Alright, you want me to bring you tafsir? Yeah, I'll bring it to you. Alright, I'm gonna bring that to you. Yeah? No problem. I'm gonna come to you. Yeah. Alright. So now we've said that Allah is everywhere, but you do not feel Him. But
Allah is everywhere.
yeah.
I'm Allah.
And you're obliged to worship Him. No, not you.
I am.
Yeah. How you doing, brother?
I am Allah.
What? You're my brother in humanity. Yeah. So you're my brother in humanity.
Yeah, and I am Allah now.
No, how?
I am. You said He's everywhere.
Listen, all right, listen to
God
listen.
is everywhere.
You're obliged to worship God. You're obliged to worship God.
I am God.
One who does not worship God, Allah, has no guide and has no guardian. So basically you're saying you have no God and no guardian. Right? That's what you're saying, right?
Myself, that's all.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. You're just like the one. So basically, you're just like the one who cannot see, cannot hear, cannot feel, and cannot think. That's what you're basically are. Okay? Okay. You do not know where to go and who to depend on when you're in trouble. Right or wrong?
Depends what sort of trouble.
When you're in trouble, I said trouble. I never said what sort of trouble. When you're in trouble, you do not know who to depend on, or you do not know who to go to. Who are you going to go to? Who?
If I'm in money trouble, I go to the bank. If I'm in central heating trouble, I go to the plumber. And if I'm in any other sort of trouble, I go to the man with experience.
Okay, what if they were not there? Who would you go to? If they were not there, who would you go to?
I certainly wouldn't go to God.
You wouldn't go to God?
He's no good. He's no good at plumbing, is he?
No, wait, one second.
no good.
Was there plumbers before? I'm just asking. Yeah, and that before is before this generation. There wasn't, just recently, yeah? I'm talking about when you're in trouble, big trouble. Who's your guardian? Do you have a guardian? So when you're in trouble, I'm gonna call the plumber. That's all my life. Police are gonna save me. God will save you. When you're interested, police can't help you if the plane's gonna fall. Police can't help you. No, I'm just saying, when the plane's gonna fall or the ship's gonna sink, police ain't gonna help you. The plumber ain't gonna help you in the sea. When you're in the sea, when the oceans, you're in the ocean. How's the plumber and the police gonna help you when you're in the ocean?
How's God going to help you?
What do you mean? How's God gonna help you? Just like how He helped millions of people that have survived and with miracles. And these miracles are from God.
What about the ones that didn't survive?
What about the ones that didn't survive? Well, that's God. Their destiny came. They go back to God. We are to God, and to Him we will return. Do you know that every living being worships Allah instinctively? Do you know that? Even the animals cannot live without worshipping Allah. You cannot ask them, but you can tell. You can tell that all the animals worship Allah, all the plants worship Allah, because all the universe worship Allah. The moon worships Allah. And this system proves that there's an order that they're following.
Hold on. Now, in nearly every surah in the Quran, it says that Allah is the most merciful and the most beneficent.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. Now, in 1918, there was a big flu epidemic, and 50 million people died. Right? And the flu was caused by a virus, which was created by...
Okay, I see what you're saying, and people died and God's the merciful. Okay,
so
now
I'm
gonna ask you. God is the most merciful ever. Even He's one of in every surah of the Quran, it says in the name of God, the most kind, the most merciful. In every surah of the Quran. Even there's a surah which is Surah At-Tawbah. It didn't have that, but Allah brought that word Bismillah again in another surah. Between the surah, so the word merciful is there. Now regarding the infants, the babies, when they die, for example, they go to heaven because babies, when they die, they go to heaven. They become birds of heaven. Regarding like Moses asked to see the justice of God. Moses once sat on a well and he said to God, I want to see your justice and fairness. So God told Moses, sit in the well and stand there, just watch, stand behind the well. So a man came and he left some money. Then a second man came and he picked up the money. And a third man came, and then the first man came back, and then the third man killed the first man. What's the justice in that? Basically, the first man that left the money, the third man was basically, the first man that left the money, the second man that took the money, and the first man came back to look for money and killed the third man, basically. So basically, the first man that left the money and he went, the second man came, the first man owed the second man money. So the second man found the money and he took it, he owed him money. So then the first man came back to look for his money and he saw another man coming to drink water. So the one that left him money said, where's my money? And the guy said, I just came to drink water. So then the man killed him. He said, you took my money, and he killed him. So Moses said to God, where's the justice? God said to Moses, the first man that left the money and the second man that took it, the first man owed him money. The third man, the second man that came, and the one that left the money came back, he killed him because that guy, he had already killed his dad. So the second man came to drink water, he's killed the third man's dad. So he killed him, so it's justice, do you understand? So everything happens for a reason. So what goes around comes around, do you understand? So God is just, and the next life, that's why God created heaven and hell, because God is going to show, look, if for example Saddam kills 4 million people, or Hitler kills 1 million people, how you think God is going to leave them? You think that God's not going to punish them for what they've done? God is going to get them on the day of judgment and he's going to throw them with the snakes and scorpions and he's going to punish them for millions of years because God is just. God can't just let them, go to heaven because you killed millions of people. No, every atom of thing that you've done will be accounted for. And the Quran says every single atom will be brought on the day of judgment. So every single thing that has happened, you will get, God is going to deal with everyone fairly in the day of judgment. If I've oppressed you, if I, for example, pushed you or punched you or something, and then you couldn't get me in this life, the police couldn't take your rights in this life, in the day of judgment, God will give you your rights. In the day of judgment, you will get your rights for him punching you or for him killing your brother. You will get your rights from him when God will put him in hell and give him his good deeds to you, for example, because God is just. Even the animals, I'm not saying animals worship Allah like that. Everyone remembers Allah, but the system that they live in is that they're living in the system that Allah has ordered. The plants live in the system that Allah has ordered. The universe, the earth, it all lives in a system which is ordered by Allah, designed by Allah. If they go out, they're worshipping Allah. They all worship. The moon is a slave of Allah. The moon.
So, these 50 million people that died of flu.
Yeah.
They were killed by a virus that was created by Allah.
Okay, first of all, Allah says in the Quran that everything bad is from the people themselves, it's not from Allah. So when people, for example, when there's diseases that are happening now, STDs and all these things, it's because of the sins of the people that now people are dying and getting ill from STDs and all these illnesses. Why? Because the people are doing sins and bringing this. God never prayed this. Satan, when he comes in the day of judgment, Satan's going to say to the people, I never told you to worship me. I never told you to...
No, I blame God for the flu.
So you don't blame Satan, you don't blame people, you have to blame everything on God. Is that fair? Are you being fair? So you're not going to blame Hitler, you're not going to blame Saddam, you're going to blame God. So it's not the people's fault, it's all God's fault. That doesn't make sense, does it? So if I hit you, that's God's fault. It's not my fault. I shouldn't be punished. Come on, man. Where's the justice? Where's the fairness?
Where is the justice?
No, he's saying that if people died from flu, it's God's fault.